Welcome to the PB Game Time Playbook with Matt Porter and Jeff Greer.
Ready! This week, every game that we're picking has major playoff implications. That means we're going to tell you who's going to move on and who is going home. We don't mean to judge, but...
Yes, we do.
Who appointed you judge?
Indeed. Indubitably.
You can't just say a bunch of words that start with I with an English accent. It doesn't even really make sense.
Ignoramus.
Yeah, you are. Let's get to the picks. Palm Beach Central is playing Atlantic this week. Central needs to beat them and get some help from Boca against Park Vista, but it's not going to be easy. Quarterback Ryan McGovern says he'll be 100% this week after struggling last week. And don't think for a second that Atlantic didn't take notes from watching Garden steamroll Central with its rushing attack last week. Judge Porter, what say you?
I decree Atlantic win 24-16.
Next up, we've got Boca and Park Vista. These teams just don't like each other. Boca was last year's district champ, and they would love to spoil Park Vista's playoff hopes. Last Friday against Seminole Ridge, Trey Mason had the best performance I've seen in person at any level of football. 312 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns in a must-win situation. He's going to need to put up a significant chunk of that again this week if they want to get to the playoffs. Judge?
Revenge is sweet. Park Vista wins 31-17.
Okeechobee and Lakes are playing this week for the second place spot in District 15 4A. Dwyer is already in, of course. Lakes lost a lot from last year, but if they can still get into the playoffs, it'll be a special season. Okeechobee's trying to snap a 6-game losing streak. So Judge, who do you like?
Shout the word from the hilltops. Lakes wins 35-10.
Martin County gets Sebastian River this week. Last week, the Tigers lost to Fort Pierce Central, and suddenly, if they don't handle their business, they're out of the playoffs. Judge, who do you think wins in this must-win situation for Martin County?
Martin County, a 23-20 win.
Merritt Island and Jensen Beach play this week in a must-win for Jensen Beach. Jensen Beach running back Tevin Wilson averaged 130 yards and 2 touchdowns coming into his team's game against Fort Pierce Westwood, but he only got 90 and 1 touchdown in a 12-7 loss. They're going to need him to come up big against Merritt Island if they want to get to the playoffs.
Mr. Wilson, ye shall, as they say, tote the rock with great success. 35-21, you are victorious.
Royal Palm and Santa Lucia's play this week. Believe it or not, 2 weeks left in the season and they still have a shot at the playoffs. Royal Palm surprised John I. Leonard last week. Can Santa Lucia spring a surprise of its own this week?
Indeed they do not. I declare a 21-10 loss. For how could I pick against a team called Royal Palm Beach? That's it. That's it. We're closing the playbook.
Come back later in the week for our game of the week. It's Lake Worth at John I. Leonard, another big game with playoff implications. We'll have the video, and then after the game, make sure you check out the sweet mashup full of pictures and all sorts of other goodies.
And don't forget to search for us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and stick with pbgametime.com throughout the week for all your news and updates, and Friday night after the game for the scores and much more. See you later, everybody.
It's come time to separate.
Park Vista wins. Crap!
It's come time to separate the... It's too late now. I knew that was going to happen. I'm tumbling like a gymnast.